just pulled into Jilin City. This is a city in Jilin Province. It's the same two characters, and you can see up there at the top of the station, Jilin Zhan. It just says Jilin Station. And when you get here, you come out the front and you take a look around and you say, where am I? And then you realize you're in Jilin. And it's interesting, as soon as I got here, I saw a lot of these people out here. They've got music playing and they're doing this graceful rollerblading. It's kind of unique. But the first thing on the agenda for today is definitely food. I am absolutely starving. I'll tell you guys what, it is so windy today, so I'm gonna have to like speak into the camera between gusts of wind because it's unbelievably windy today. That's okay, you know, we're gonna be going to a few places that are indoors as well. Got a couple things kind of planned out for this little day trip. Well, there's a restaurant here that apparently is somewhat popular, or at least has pretty good food. I don't know. It's called Mom's House, Mama Jia. Kind of a funny name. Actually a pretty common name too though in China. And I'm going there. Found this little shortcut. It's kind of weird in China to find anything like this where there's like, I mean, you can see people at the end, but this whole thing is just empty. You just don't see stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. Take a shortcut. Let's go to Mom's house. Let's eat. Here's something kind of interesting, kind of funny too. Does this look open to you guys? I would say no, but it says our business hours are 5 p.m. until 11:30. We have beer and delicious food. Yeah, maybe we'll check this place out later. I've got a feeling it won't be too crowded. Now this actually looks pretty cool. It's not a place that you would just, I mean, you can't really see it from the street. You got to kind of walk back here. So looks small and simple and interesting, and I'm curious to try it. It'd be nice on a really nice day, you know, eat out here, have a couple beers. Be really nice. Oh, I almost forgot to show you guys. I got kung pao chicken in this place, and it is pretty good. The main thing is their specialty is just trying to make it like, you know, home style cooking. So yeah, I definitely picked the right place. You know, this is just rice and kung pao chicken. It's really cheap. It's gonna be like $2 for lunch, but it tastes really good. It's exactly what I was looking for. Well, I've got a little bit of a surprise for you all. If you can hear me through this wind, guess where we are? We're at a museum here in Jilin, and usually I don't take museum trips, especially for videos, just because, I don't know, I don't think that's what you guys are here for. But this one in particular, I have to check out. It's got the world's largest meteorite, because apparently Jilin City got hit with a meteor shower in 1976, and the biggest one to ever, I guess, hit Earth, or that they've still have intact, is sitting in this museum. And you can see they've got a big Mao statue out front. So I want to check this out. I'm not going to be in here very long. You know, I've got specific things I want to see. I'm going to be in and out, but I definitely want to see this while I'm here. Wind, wind, wind. It's gonna blow me away. A very common sight on windy days. Bikes just blown all around. There's another one up there. It's really windy today. Like, I mean, it's generally pretty windy up in this region anyway, but today is exceptionally windy. All right, we're just getting over here to the Songhua River. And like I said, I don't have a whole lot planned out today. I find that kind of boring, you know, planning out, I'm gonna go to this site and this site and that site. That's not what I do. I like to go to a city and just feel it out. But granted, when I saw that I could see the world's largest meteorite, I wasn't gonna miss that opportunity. That's pretty damn cool. But what we're doing now is just we're gonna go to this, there's a river called the Songhua River that runs right through Jilin City. We're gonna cross it, take a look at it, and just kind of walk along the riverbanks, see what we see, because the Songhua River is a major part of this city. It runs right through the center of Jilin City. I've got to be honest, Jilin City is it's surpassing my expectations. I didn't expect this. It's just no, granted, I'm only scratching the surface, but I'm really enjoying what I've seen and experienced so far. And this river this Songhua River just running right through the middle of Jilin is beautiful. And the surrounding views, you can look on the other side of the river. A variety of different buildings. Mountains out in the distance. Sorry about the wind, guys. It really is a beautiful place. I like this city. Pleasantly surprised, pleasantly surprised. This is a sight you don't see every day in China. You can see churches, but they don't look like this. This was built in 1926. I'll share something with you guys that's not cool. I wanted to walk along the river, right? You look at the map, hey, no problem. The Riverwalk goes on and on. You can do it, no problem. But they're doing construction right where I wanted to cross. So I've walked pretty far away from there, and now I'm coming over here. Still no crosswalk. And I'm just gonna cut around and see if I can get to the Riverwalk on the other side of the bridge. But it's, you know, just you just want to do one thing, and it looks so simple, but they send you on this crazy detour. And yeah, hopefully I can get right back on the trail, because that would be peaceful and fun if I don't get killed by a car first. Well, I made it through that deadly detour and that crazy roundabout, and I decided to go about half a block out of the way because I saw this World Trade Plaza. And for some reason, it just caught my eye. I mean, you can see it's kind of like these, a lot of empty spaces, office spaces and whatnot. And, you know, with a name like World Trade Plaza, this doesn't really seem like a place where a whole lot of world trade is going on. But just thought I'd just walk through here. You never know what you're gonna find. That's one of the fun things about China. You just go out walking around and explore, sometimes aimlessly, most of the time aimlessly. And more times than not, the day won't work out how you expected, but if you're patient, if you're laid back and you can go just roll with the punches, usually you'll end up in some kind of fun adventure. You'll end up running into somebody, you end up meeting somebody nice, coming across something interesting. You know, you just have to be flexible, because if you stick to too stringent of a plan, things don't always work out how you think they are. I like to just go somewhere with a certain amount of time, kind of wander around, get lost, and just see what we find. There's an English school, Sesame Street English, but one piece of advice to them, if they're going to be teaching English, maybe they should at least get the English part of the sign right. They've got Sesame's Treat. Back on track, back to the Riverwalk. And this is even better than I thought, because this is literally like right down the river. How far will it go? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. Churlama. Churlama. I've got to say, like I mentioned earlier, I'll say it again, I'm pleasantly surprised by Jilin City. Granted, I haven't spent much time here, but a city having a nice big river running through it and plenty of Riverwalk space and just kind of situated around a river, for me, is a huge plus. I think it just makes the city automatically better. It's like a city nestled in between mountains or surrounded by mountains. It just becomes automatically better because you got that aspect of nature there, which makes it just more appealing and better. So I'm just gonna walk along here. I'm gonna be walking for a pretty good distance and just getting some exercise, and if I see anything worthwhile, I'll definitely get it on video. But this is just gonna be some kind of quiet time, peaceful time to think, time to myself, and I'll probably just skip the taxi and just walk back to the station by foot. But I'll tell you what, this river goes up a little bit more. It's gonna be right up on this sidewalk because it's already pushing it right now. Wow. Here's some unique scenery during my river walk. Weapons of war. Ah, thank goodness the wind's kind of relaxed for a minute. I spoke too soon. Well, we're just under this bridge, and it's kind of cool how they got this designed. A natural cover for this exercise area and these basketball courts. So even if it's raining, you can still come out here and work out or shoot some hoops. Good use of space. Just gonna kind of walk through here, see what's going on. I actually kind of want to play. I'm not going to, but I kind of would like to be honest. It's actually a pretty good court. Chain net too. I hate playing ball on a rim with no net. I just hate it. So chain nets, that's the way to go. Yeah. If I lived here in this city, this is a place I would definitely be from time to time. I made a promise to myself this year. Anytime that I walk past a pull-up bar, I have to do some pull-up. Whoa. I don't know what that was, but that was scary. I have to do some pull-ups. I can't just walk past it and ignore it. I've got to come over and feel the burn for a couple minutes. So I'm gonna do a set right now. Just gonna leave my backpack on and everything. The main thing is just to get a workout. Let's hit it. Now, I have no idea what this building is, but looks like it's possibly Japanese architecture. There's got to be a story behind it, but from just over here where I stand, I can tell it has been turned into a kindergarten, but it's very clear that that's not what this originally was. I'd be kind of curious to know, but I'm not sure. I'll find out. We'll see what Google says, if I can find anything on there. Oh shoot, sometimes I regret the promise I made, my so-called New Year's resolution, because guess what? I see more chin-up bars. I just did some a few minutes ago, and here we go again. Just gonna leave the camera rolling this time so you can see I'm not lying. Which way will I choose? Oh, I think I'll choose this way. Here goes this kid on a tube. They've got this huge play area for kids here. I'm sure kids absolutely love it. And it's just like, if you look beyond, you can see the rivers out there. It's basically connected to the Riverwalk. You just come past, you know, pay an admission fee, and you can bring your kid in to play. I want to see this kid go. Thought it'd be a little faster than that. I meant to show you guys this earlier. If you look out there, just on the riverbank, you'll see some people out in the tall grass. What are they doing? Well, they're digging up gāotiě, wild vegetables. They find these little, I don't know what plant it is, if it's some, is it like a dandelion, or I'm not sure, but they dig up these plants that I would mistake for weeds, and they put them in a bag and take them home and cook them. And it's extremely common up here. You'll see that, you'll see people doing that everywhere. It's usually like middle-aged women doing it, and you'll see them, they've got a bag full. Dinner for tonight, or at least a side dish. Well, I have thoroughly enjoyed this river walk, but we're gonna have to veer off and start making tracks toward the railway station. Yo, this looks freaking awesome. Think about doing some urbex in here. Wow, that could get exciting. It's one of these homes, I guess. This look, I can see even back there, they built, looks like they built basically a whole community. And it obviously this is not a ghost city. Jilin City's been around forever, but it's maybe a ghost community, I guess you'd call it. Just things that were built in excess that never got used and just sat. They were built, they sat and rotted. Damn, look at this. But you got people making use of it. Got a little garden going. But for all you urbex people out there, urban exploration, if you don't know, I bet you guys are salivating right now. But I helped myself to a monster ultra sunrise. And if you take this road straight back, you'll be at the river. And you just come over this way, and straight ahead you can see three big characters. It says Jilin Station. The city is very easy to navigate. You know, some cities you go to, you feel like you're always getting lost and stuff. But here in Jilin, I have not felt that. I found it very easy to get around. I haven't been lost once. Well, we're basically here. Cross the street, buy a ticket, hop on board, and off we go. It's been very windy, but thank goodness it didn't rain. And today was kind of a laid-back day for me. I usually do quite a bit of exercise in the day, but today I guess you could call it a rest day. But I guarantee I walked no less than 10 kilometers today. So that counts for something. Old folks are out here with their whips again. Looks like grandma's got her whip. Woo! This is a relatively common scene, at least in northern China. And this lady is sort of a beginner, I think, but you'll see some of these guys, they can crack that sucker like you wouldn't believe. Hi, 厉害的。厉害的，厉害的。哎呀，汉语不错呀。长得好，厉害。整一套呀。我这个我一点都不会。我一。过来。啊，我不行。啊。那给你尝一尝，尝尝。哦。That is hurting my ears. That guy grabbed his whip and got out there and put on a little show, so you can see what I'm talking about. I don't know if you could feel it through the lens of this camera, but that whip was cracking so loud it was literally hurting my ears. I mean, if that hit me, I'm pretty sure I'd be dead, depending on where it hit me. But if it hit me in the right spot, I'd be gone. He had some power on that. It's impressive. Just come over here to buy a ticket. Well, I got exactly what I wanted, which is a train that's leaving right away. So that's fantastic. But I sort of have to hurry. Not a busy day. During a peak season, this hall would be entirely full, like shoulder to shoulder. So this, by Chinese standards, this is considered basically empty. This is where they put the garbage when the workers hop off the train real quick at each station. They put the garbage bag on here and it takes it down. Thought you guys might find that interesting.